welcome to the 2022-23 Elementary Academic Awards. So to start this morning off, I'd like you to stand and we're going to recognize our 5th grade class to be graduating from elementary and moving to middle school next year. Let's give them a hand as they enter the room. It's an exciting day because we get to celebrate all these students' hard work this year in regards to their academic achievements. So we're going to open in prayer, and then we will get Mr. John Lilly, the Jefferson County Extension Director, up here to present our first award. So we'll open in prayer, so please bow with me, and we will get started. Father God, Lord, we thank you this day, Lord. We thank you for the hard work, Lord, that these students have put into the school year with their academics, Lord. We thank you for blessing them with the talents, Lord. We thank you for their teachers, their parents, their grandparents, and all their family that helps them at home as well, Lord. Pray that you bring honor and glory through this program today to you in your name, Lord. And I pray that everything done today lift you up. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
We had the pleasure of hosting Auxiliary Christian third graders to our annual 4-H ecology field day. These individuals had an opportunity to go through some hands-on sessions learning about beekeeping, bear management, aquatic insects and weeds, amphibians and reptiles. Did you guys have a lot of fun? Yes! The purpose of this event is to empower our youth to become more responsible stewards to the environment while promoting sustainable practice, conservation efforts, and a deeper understanding of the ecological system. So, without further ado, these kids had an opportunity to write essays. Ms. Laura and Ms. Rosamond sent me their top 3 essays, and we judged them, and there were some outstanding essays. Okay? Fortunately, we only have one first place winner, so I'm going to start from third to first place. Third place will receive certificate, second place plaque, first place trophy. Ms. Rosamond class, third place goes to Insla Goober. Second place goes to Sawyer Davis. First place goes to Kishane Cable. Second place goes to Ava Haplin. And first place goes to Bella Tola. Not here. Okay, so I just do that. Thank you guys. I enjoyed having you guys.
fifth grade students that I've had the privilege of teaching this school year. They're a great group of kids. Their future is so incredibly bright, and it's really been a privilege to teach them this year. Students who made the honor roll this last 9 weeks, when I call your name, please stand, and if you guys would, just hold your applause until I finish. First, with all A's and B's, Weston Brewster, Jackson Croft, Travis Crosby, Mason Grambling, and Madison Wallace. All right, and my all-A honor roll for this 9 weeks is Harold Baxley, Bo Bethay, Stella Borders, Riley Denton, Tucker Eads, Caleb Insminger, Bevan Fagley, Rosemary Frisbee, Jesse Fulford, Luke Grant, Baker Gray, Abraham James, Melanie Meddy, Walker Pavlik, Anthony Pertini, Claire Grace Taylor, Lexi Turner, Anthony Williams, and Lexi Woods. Next, I'm going to announce the students with all A averages in various subjects for the year. Students, when I call your name, please stand. Hosanna McCauley. Hosanna McCauley, Bible. Weston Brewster, all A average in science and Bible. Travis Crosby, all A average in science and Bible. Mason Grambling, all A average for science and Bible. Tucker Eads, all A average for math, science, and Bible. Stella Borders, all A average for math, science, Bible, and social studies. Jackson Croft, all A average for math, science, Bible, and social studies. Baker Gray, all A average for science, Bible, language arts, and social studies. How about you guys stand up? I might have missed that. Stand up. Sorry, stand up. If I've already called your name, stand up. Madison Wallace, all A average for science, Bible, language arts, and social studies. Abe James, all A average for math, science, Bible, language arts, and social studies. Claire Grace Taylor, all A average for science, Bible, reading, language arts, and social studies. Anthony Williams, all A average for math, science, Bible, language arts, and social studies. Harold Baxley, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Bo Bethay, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Riley Denton, all A average in Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Caleb Insminger, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Bevan Fagley, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Rosemary Frisbee, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Jesse Fulford, all A average for math, science, Bible, reading, language arts, and social studies. Luke Grant, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Melanie Meddy, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Walker Pavlik, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Anthony Pertini, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Lexi Turner, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. And Lexi Woods, all A average for Bible, language arts, math, reading, science, and social studies. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, for this award, this is my math award for this school year, and this student has earned the highest math average for 5th grade for this school year, Caleb Insinger. The next award was given to me by Ms. Buffet, and this student is being awarded the highest average in reading, Harold Baxley. The writing award for 5th grade, and Ms. Buffet also gave me this award. This is for a student who exemplifies all the good writing traits that we look for, and this award goes to Miss Melanie Meddy. To give because I have so many true warriors in my class. They just display Christ-like characteristics. They point me to Jesus every day. This is just a great group of kids. But with that being said, my first award is going to go to a student who brings a ton of sunshine wherever she goes. And I was driving to work this morning and I thought, what can I say about this girl that's in my class? And the first thing I think of when I think of Stella Borders is sunshine, because she really does bring that. She's kind and compassionate, and I've seen her become a really hard worker this year. She just displays a ton of care about her classmates and other people, and I'm really proud that I've been able to be her teacher and get to know her. Warrior Award is going to a boy in my class that is a true Southern gentleman. I don't think this school year I have ever seen him get frazzled with classmates, or his feathers do not get easily ruffled. He's a hard worker. He asks really good questions. He's just an all-around good friend, and he's a natural leader in all the right ways. He's not bossy, but he just really directs his classmates to what's right, and I'm super proud of Abe James. Shout out and thank you to the 5th grade group that was just announced. That group is an awesome group of kids, and Ms. Fletcher is right. They are destined to go on to do great things, and they have a very special place in my heart. My name is Ms. Buffet, and I would like to begin this morning by recognizing the 4th grade students who made the honor roll for the 4th 9 weeks. Students, when I call your name, please stand, and everyone can hold applause until finished. For the AV honor roll for the 4th 9 weeks, we have Annalie Bass, Mary Kate Boone, Hannah Boucher Fender, Tristan Odom, Sloan Pearson, Daniel Russell, Corbin Stansel,
Charlotte Walker, Lane Walker, and Owen Woods. The AD Honor Roll, thank you. The All-A Honor Roll for the fourth 9 weeks for 4th grade. If you'll stand when I call your name. Abby Andrews, Allison Andrews, Tyler Bennett, John Cullen Burnett, Maddox Cruz, Addison Delgado, Ayla Flint, Bentley French, Jake Hayes, Cannon Hout, Rain Knight, Ryder Lacey, Brantley Mock, Corbin Pop, and Turner Walker. All A's, okay, next I'm going to call the A averages for 4th grade for the year by your subject. When you hear your name, if you'll just stand and wait, applause at the end. For all A average, 4th grade, Tristan Odom, Bible. All A average, Sloan Pearson, Bible. All A average, Daniel Russell, Bible. All A average, Corbin Stansel, Bible. All A's, Charlotte Walker, Bible. Lane Walker, all A's, Bible. Owen Woods, all A's, Bible. Annalie Bass, all A's, Bible and Science. John Cullen Burnett, all A's, Math and Bible. Ayla Flint, all A's, Bible and Science. Cannon Howe, all A's, Bible and Science. Brantley Mock, all A's, Bible and Science. Allison Andrews, all A average for reading, language arts, Bible and Science. Tyler Bennett, all A average for reading, language arts, Bible and Science. Mary Kate Boone, all A average, language arts, Bible, Science. Hannah Boucher Fender, math, Bible, Science. Ryder Lacey, language arts, social studies, Bible and Science. Corbin Paul, language arts, social studies, Bible and Science. Abby Andrews, reading, language arts, social studies, Bible and Science. Bentley French, reading, language arts, social studies, Bible and Science. Maddox Cruz, reading, language arts, social studies, math, Bible and Science. Addison Delgado, reading, language arts, social studies, math, Bible and Science. Jake Hayes, reading, language arts, social studies, math, Bible and Science. Rain Knight, reading, language arts, social studies, Bible, math and science. Turner Walker, reading, language arts, social studies, Bible, math and science. These students have worked super hard this year, and I'm extremely proud of them. If you'll give them a round of applause. Now, as Ms. Fletcher says, it's always hard to give awards because we love our class and we love everybody in it, and they all work so hard and they all have special talents. But now I would like to award especially the highest average in math for 4th grade is Maddox Maddox Cruz. And this is from Miss Fletcher. I messed up. I knew. Miss Fletcher awarded that. Now, while you're there, for reading the highest average, it's awarded by me, is also awarded to Maddox Cruz. And our writing superstar, the one that always has an imaginative mind, goes the extra mile, and just in general, reading her penmanship when she writes, beautiful handwriting down to everything. She does all the things, and I always enjoy reading her writing, and that is Abby Andrews. The Warrior Award. And I wish everybody is a warrior. We're all warriors. I love each and every one of you. And thinking as well, what can I say? Who should I choose? What can I say? Because they all do the things, and I've truly enjoyed this class this year, over the past year. This year's Warrior Award for our 4th grade boy is a gentleman who always goes the extra mile. You never have to ask him twice. He does have a servant's heart. He is a leader. He might not have many words, but when he speaks, those words matter. He always loves to hear a good story from Miss Bethea, I hear, and he likes to share those at home, and that's always a good time. And he always just carries Jesus in his heart and has the best attitude about everything, and love him to pieces. Maddox Cruz. Now, my Warrior Award for 4th grade girl, again, in trying to think of what to say and all the things. This one is all the things, and I love all the girls just like I love all the boys. And I would say this is our mama hen of the class. She is always positive. She always comes in and says, Ms. Bethea, is there anything I can help you with? Are you having a good day? Let me tell you about what happened on the bus. I'm praying for this person. Always a servant's heart. Always leads with Christ. And when I see that smile, I know it comes straight from the heart, and it's genuine. Love her to pieces as well. Rain Knight.
My name is Rosalind Bass. I had the opportunity to teach one section of the 3rd graders this year. And when I think about our year, the words joy and laughter just come to my mind. We just had so much fun learning this year. We had a small group of 15 students, and I could tell it was going to be a special year. About 5 weeks into the semester, beginning of the school year, one of our new students withdrew from school, and when I told the students, I had kids crying, I had kids asking for his address. We had just grown a special bond just from the very first day. They loved on him, and we just already gotten so close. And then from there, we just got closer. We all had nicknames, and we just had a fun time this year. say thank you to you parents. I think Osceola Christian Academy has the very best parents in all the world. Boys and girls, let's give them a hand. Come on, you know they helped you out this year. Oh, yeah. Thank you, parents, for all of your support, your prayers. Teacher Appreciation Week, I mean, it was just, you really felt loved. We talked about it, all of us teachers, just overpouring of love and just cards. And I sent an email that said, when a parent writes me a note or email that says, my child loved coming to school this year, it literally makes me cry, because that's why we teach. We want your kids to come to school and enjoy learning. So thank you, parents. Quick shout out to my co-teacher this year. I haven't had one in third grade since I started teaching third grade 5 or 6 years ago. Miss Laura. We had so much fun together. We had so many picnics and just projects together. And thank you, Miss Laura. We had fun. All right, I'm going to move on, because I asked the teachers to keep it short, so I'm trying to. Okay, I'm going to call out our last 9 weeks honor roll. So boys and girls, if you'll stand up, please, if I call your name. All right, our AB honor roll for the last 9 weeks: Sawyer Davis, Brooks Fato, Daniel Floyd, Vinny Matos, Kara Spertini, and Jillian Reeves. Good job. And my All-A honor roll for the last 9 weeks: Bailey Kate Bridges, Kashane Cover, Inslee Gober, Avery Hickman, and Zoe Sexton. Good job, boys and girls. All right, next up, I'm going to call out students who had all A averages in a subject for the entire year. Okay, so stand when I call your name, boys and girls. Sawyer Davis, all A's, Bible. James Richardson, all A's, Science. Leighton Tippett, Science. Emma Green, Social Studies and Bible. Ryden Raven, Social Studies and Bible. Daniel Floyd, Reading, Science, and Bible. Vinny Matos, Language Arts, Science, and Bible. Brooks Fato, Language Arts, Math, Science, Social Studies, and Bible. His eyes are getting big. Bailey Kate Bridges, Reading, Language Arts, Math, Science, Social Studies, and Bible. Kashane Cover, Reading, Language Arts, Math, Science, Social Studies, and Bible. Inslee Gober, Reading, Language Arts, Math, Science, Social Studies, and Bible. Avery Hickman, Reading, Language Arts, Math, Science, Social Studies, and Bible. Kara Spertini, Reading, Language Arts, Math, Science, Social Studies, and Bible. Jillian Reeves, Reading, Language Arts, Math, Science, Social Studies, and Bible. Zoe Sexton, Reading, Language Arts, Math, Science, Social Studies, and Bible. Good job, third grade. All right. Next up, I'm going to give my classroom awards. And first, I just want to give a shout out to our PTO. They have given monetary amounts of over $350 to the students who are receiving our classroom award. So thank you, PTO. And those of you who came out for field day yesterday, thank you so very much. The kids had a blast. Okay, my reading award goes to a young lady, not only who's a great reader, but a great student. And more importantly, a great person. She always goes above and beyond in all of her work and assignments. She not only can read fluently with great expression, but she comprehends so well. She's one of the last people to turn in her test because she's checking over it. She's sweet, she's kind, she's quiet. She had all A's all year in every subject. She has the highest reading GPA, and my reading award goes to Avery Hickman. Next up is my math award. You've seen him several times on stage already this morning. This young man is just such a joy to teach. He's funny, he's smart, and he's literally one of the most thoughtful students that I've ever taught. He's loud. I can say that. I was loud too. He's full of joy. He's always smiling. He's always in a good mood. Always. I love to watch him in math because he would just get it. I mean, he was the first to raise his hand, always engaged. He takes his time and does his very best, for sure. He had all A's in all subjects. He's a whiz at his multiplication facts. His hard work and determination had him with the highest GPA in math. Our math award goes Shane Cover. Alrighty. Next up is my writing award. Oh, and this is so difficult because I had so many wonderful writers. And we don't have a highest GPA in writing. We just have to think of the student who, I think in my mind this year, I gave it to a student who just writing comes easy for her. And really because she just sets her mind and she just does it. She sits down and she gets it done. She's creative. She doesn't ask, how long does this have to be? Do we have to fill up the whole page? Y'all know, y'all ask that question. She just gets it done. She has great spelling. She has beautiful cursive. She has a great imagination. She's already won a writing award this morning. And that award goes to Inslee. Go Bird. I had to remember her name because I just called her E all year long. Did I not? Yeah. Okay, my next award is our Warrior Award, and this goes to a young man he has impeccable manners. He's polite, he's funny, he's quiet and reserved. He's always on task. He's a hard worker in the classroom and at PE, I hear. He always has a good attitude about anything we ever did in class. I could say, we're going to write a 2-page paper, and he'd be like, all right, because he just got it done. He never complained about anything. I never heard anyone say that he did anything unkind or inappropriate. He's just a great guy. People always wanted him to be his partner, of their partner. He always got chosen to run errands around the school. He has a wonderful heart like Jesus. My Warrior Award, one of them, goes to Sawyer Davis. That's all, baby. That's what we call him. All right, my last Warrior Award. I'm going quickly here. This young lady is funny. She's always smiling. She loves joking around, telling me jokes, making people laugh, and she's a true friend to everyone. School didn't always come easy for this student, but she never had a bad attitude, and she never gave up. Not only did she have to adjust to a new curriculum, a new teacher, new classroom, new friends, but she had to adjust to her new school. She quickly made friends and was always kind, laughing, joking, and I can just see her. Look, they know who it is. I'm going to miss her sweet smile. My sometimes massages, she would just chop my back and it just relaxed me. She gives the best little chops. Her silly jokes, her loud laughing, and her sweet spirit. My second Warrior Award goes to Rylan Raven.
great group of students who not only love each other, but they love God, and they have been a blessing this year. So I'm going to go ahead and recognize my honor roll for this 9 weeks. So when I call your name for Amy, go ahead and stand up. Hallie Conklin, Kinsley Cooper, KJ Franklin, Linton Johnson, Kurt Mast, Adrian Parker, Reed Pavlik, Isabella Tola, and Annabelle Williams. And my All A for this 9 weeks would be Linwood Baxley and Ava Halpin. And now, so these students had All A's for various subjects through the year. Dallas Bennett for Bible, Renly Eads, Bible, Kyler Fulmer, Bible, Linwood Baxley, Bible, Math, Social Studies, Science, Language Arts, and Reading. Hallie Conklin, Bible, Social Studies, and Science. Kinsley Cooper, Bible, Math, Social Studies, Science, and Language Arts. KJ Franklin, Bible, Math, Social Studies, and Science. Ava Halpin, Bible, Math, Social Studies, Science, Language Arts, and Reading. Linton Johnson, Bible, Science, and Language Arts. Kurt Mast, Bible, Math, and Science. Adrian Parker, Bible and Language Arts. Reed Pavlik, Bible, Math, and Social Studies. Isabella Tola, Bible, Social Studies, Science, and Language Arts. And Annabelle Williams, Bible, Math, Social Studies, Science, and Language Arts. Let's give them one more round of hands. So let's move on to our superstars. So I'm going to start with math. And my math superstar is someone who is the definition of a hard worker. He does his best on everything that he does. He totally rocked this new math curriculum this year, and he did this while being busy with sports, baseball, and all that stuff. My math superstar for this year is KJ Franklin. All right, moving on to my reading. My reading superstar has dominated this curriculum this year. He gives his best on everything that he does, and he's a great leader to his friends. I am so glad that he has joined our Osceola family this year, Linwood Baxley. And now my writing superstar, she is such a creative and talented writer. She's an encourager to her classmates and is able to motivate anyone who is struggling to find the words to write. She loves to write about her family, her friends, her dog, and her teacher's amazing hair flip. Oh, y'all know, Ava Halpin. And now our Warrior Awards, as my second warrior would say, ladies first. This student always does her best. She is a friend to everyone. She has a servant's heart, and she has such an amazing, positive attitude. Similar story to Miss Roslyn. She was new this year, and she just came in, and she just got along with everyone, and she has been a joy to teach this year. Hallie Conklin. And my final Warrior Award goes to the perfect gentleman. He is a natural leader. He comes in and he is such a hard worker. He has a positive attitude. He is one of these people that I can count on to pray for our class, and we're pointing in all different directions. He has just been a joy this year. Reed Pavlik.
Johnson, and I have the joy and the honor of teaching one of the second grade classes here at Osceola Christian Academy, along with Miss Taylor, who's been wonderful to work with this year. So like Miss Rosalind gave her partner a shout out. Miss Taylor, thank you for all you've done for me this year as we work together. What a great place ACA is. I just have to say it's just such a blessing that we can come every day to a place where faith, family, and education can all merge together as one. I know it's just a blessing to me as an educator and also as a mom, as my kids go to school here too. Ms. Rosalind, I think you looked at my notes. I wanted to thank the parents and the grandparents, uncles and aunts for partnering with us as we educate our children, all in an effort to bring glory and honor to Him. And I'm just so grateful for our parents. What a year we had in second grade. This group of students, they shine bright each and every day, not only in academics, but in their friendships, and most importantly for Jesus. I'm beyond blessed that God has given me the opportunity to teach this group this year and for placing them in my life. And I can't wait to see what they accomplish in the classroom and for Him in the future. So now I'm going to move on to my honor roll for the last 9 weeks. Students, when I call your name, please stand, and we'll hold our applause until the end. First, our all AB honor roll, Miss Kennedy Brandeis, Taylor Denton, Abbott Grace Fletcher, Tyron Jones, Georgia Kimbrell, Finley Levengood, Faith McCauley, Gabriel Mask, Annabelle Paulk, Lincoln Roberts, Caleb Stansel, Jace Vinson, and Kyle Williams. And our All-A honor roll for the fourth 9 weeks is Heath Berry, Alden Cruz, Maddox Denton, and Ava Grace Tooten. All right, next I'll announce the students with A averages in the various subjects. Students, when I call your name, please stand. All A's in science, Olivia Levengood. Science and Social Studies, Cruz Assad. Science and Social Studies, Annabelle Paulk. Jace Williams, Science and Social Studies. Landon Dubois, Science, Social Studies, Bible, and Math. Finley Levengood, Science, Social Studies, Math, Language Arts. Faith McCauley, Science, Social Studies, Bible, and Math. Kennedy Brandeis, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts. Tyron Jones, or as I like to call him, Ty, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts. Gabriel Mask, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts. Gavin Pridgeon, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts. Caleb Stansel, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, and Language Arts. Jace Vinson, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts. Heath Berry, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts, and Reading. Alden Cruz, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts, and Reading. Maddox Denton, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts, and Reading. Max Denton. Taylor Denton, Maddox Social Studies, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Language Arts, Reading. Abbott Grace Fletcher, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts, Reading. Georgia Kimbrell, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts, Reading. Lincoln Roberts, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts, Reading. Ava Grace Tooten, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Reading, and Language Arts. Kyle Williams, Science, Social Studies, Bible, Math, Language Arts, and Reading. Please join me in congratulating these students on all their hard work. All right, before I announce my Superstar winners, I just really want to say that these 3 students really could have been interchangeable in these results today. They all 3 worked super hard on all their schoolwork, no matter the subject area, and I am not exaggerating. I had to go to the decimal point points to figure out which one of these kiddos got which one of these awards. They each beat each other out by just narrow margins, but I actually did end up with 3 different winners in the 3 different areas. So kudos to them on their hard work before I call them up. My math award goes to a student who is hardworking, meticulous, always double-checking, and is usually one of the last to complete an assignment because she has double and triple-checked her work. I never saw a lack of confidence from this student. However, she is never prideful. Here's a little secret about her, too. She is super competitive. She even likes to compete with me on holiday school breaks to see if she can read more books than me. But she is my math superstar. She is an all-around fantastic student. Miss Alden Cruz is my math superstar. My reading award is a young lady that is just that. She's a little lady. She is kind, compassionate, gentle, and respectful. Most days you don't even know she's in the room because she is so busy working and doing whatever is necessary to get the job done and to always do her best. She is a leader and she's always seeking a way to keep growing academically. She is eager to learn and she is an absolute delight to teach. She has a bright future. My reading superstar this year is Miss Ava Grace Tooten. All right, my writing recipient. All of my kids really grew this year in writing. In fact, we got the fun opportunity to actually publish a class book this year. We had a lot of fun with that. My writing award recipient has not only excelled in writing this year, but he has been a shining example all year long. His thoughts are organized, his handwriting is wonderful, his details are vivid, and he's never afraid to back down from the challenge of using a big word just because he might not quite know how to spell it. He always tries, and I might add he's usually successful at spelling it correctly. His writing already has voice, and that's really hard to achieve at such a young age, but when I read his writing, I can just hear him in his writing. He is a bright spot in our room academically, and when it comes to being a friend, and I'll miss him tremendously. Mr. Heath Berry is my writing superstar. All right, my Warrior Awards. I'm just going to read what I put on their certificates because it really just captures what I think about them and why they were chosen. This warrior is recognized for always giving her best effort, being a team player by working cooperatively with her classmates, and having a true servant's heart. She is kind and conscientious of the feelings and needs of others. Her heart is as big as her smile. This year's Warrior Award goes to Miss Finley Levengood. And my second Warrior Award, she's recognized for giving her best effort, being a great listener, being a friend to all, always willing to lend a hand, and always doing what is right. She is a bright light to her classmates and her friends for Jesus. My other Warrior Award goes to Miss Taylor Denton. who made the honor roll the last 9 weeks. Honor roll this last 9 weeks was even harder. I saw second and third grade. It was a lot harder to reach not only AP honor roll, but especially all A honor roll. Students, when I call your name, please stand. Please hold your applause until I finish. First, all AB, Avery Andrews, Eloise Blackstock, Millie Brimmer, Chelsea Bynum, Ansley Franklin, Ginger Repta, Bo Hightower, Harris Schamberger, Mabry Pickles, Chase Strickland, Waylon Tatum, Garrett Thomas, and Percy Floyd. And my all A, you guys can sit down. All A honor roll, Olivia Borkland, Brandon Meddy, and Lillian Wheeler. Next, I'm going to announce all A averages in the various subject areas. Ansley Franklin, all A's in science. Grayson Gramling, all A's in Bible. Hayden Hickman, all A's in Bible. Kennedy Matthews, all A's in Bible. Avery Andrews, all A's in science and Bible. Jonathan Rohde, all A's in science and Bible. Noah Turner, all A averages in science and Bible. Harris Schamberger, all A averages in science, social studies, and Bible. Chase Strickland, all A average in science, social studies, Bible, and math. Garrett Thomas, all A average in science, social studies, Bible, and language arts. He did that too. This last one. Eloise Blackstock, all A average in science, social studies, Bible, reading, and math. Chelsea, she's not here today, but I still want to announce Chelsea Bynum, all A's in science, social studies, Bible, reading, and language arts. Bo Hightower, all A average in science, social studies, Bible, reading, and language arts. Mabry Pickles, all A's in science, social studies, Bible, reading, and language arts. Waylon Tatum, all A's in science, social studies, Bible, reading, and language arts. Olivia Borkland, all A's in science, social studies, Bible, reading, language arts, and math. Millie Brimmer, all A's in science, social studies, Bible, reading, language arts, and math. Percy Floyd, she's also not here today, but she had all A's in social studies, science, Bible, reading, language arts, and math. Brandon Meddy, all A's in science, social studies, Bible, reading, language arts, and math. Ginger Repta, all A's in science, social studies, Bible, reading, language arts, and math. Lillian Wheeler, all A's in science, social studies, Bible, reading, language arts, and math. I believe all the teachers have said exactly what I wanted to say about how hard the kids have worked this year and all the extra help that the parents have given. And I've never taught at a school where I see not just the effort from the kids, but from the families as well. So thank you. Also, Ms. Kelly, I hopped into second grade, and I'm a hopper. Every time you hop, you have to kind of catch on and see how that grade goes, and then you have to hop to the next grade. And Ms. Kelly, she was the backbone. I just kind of rolled with her. She did everything.
think she had all the great ideas. So thank you, Ms. Calvi. Let's see, on to our awards. I'm going to do mine a little bit different because this person had the highest GPA in reading and in math. And in reading, it was by like 1/100th of a point almost. But this person is hardworking, dependable, works quickly, which can be scary. But I'll always say, "Did you check your work?" "Yes, ma'am." And I can always count on this person to do a good job. And the highest GPA, reading and math, goes to Brandon Nettie. My writing award this year goes to a student that puts everything in her smile and everything that she's thinking into everything that she's writing. And that's really unique for a second grader to be able to express themselves that way. I can't wait to see where her writing goes through the different types of writing styles and instruction. But with second grade, she's done fantastic. My writing award goes to Miss Lillian Mueller. And next to the Warrior Awards. Warrior Awards, as the teachers have mentioned, are tough because you can look at behavior, you can look at the manners, you can look at the classroom, you can look at their work ethic, so many different aspects that all of these young individuals have that have what it takes to be a warrior. But this one student, my first Warrior Award, goes to one student that had to constantly take the next step to work harder and try harder and didn't always get where they wanted to be right away. And that's why this person gets the Warrior Award, because as we know, we don't always get what we want when we want it. And the harder we work, the more proud we are that we actually got to where we wanted to be. And that goes to Ainsley Franklin. And my next Warrior Award goes to a student that just has the best manners and is the first person to tell me good morning, and is the first, is the first one to say I love you. He notices when I have a bad day or a good day, and he just warms my heart, both sides of heart.
Blessed to teach our first graders here at Osceola. Yes, it's finally our time, first grade. They're back there going, is it our turn yet? We're here, it's there. All right, to tell you how our year has gone, I
kind of can't believe that it's already the end of the year. It's a wonderful thing to be able to come to work and enjoy all the people that you work with, all the people that you get to spend your day with. And these kiddos are some pretty great people to spend your day with. So it's been a fantastic year, first grade. I'm going to begin with our honor roll students, and man, did we finish strong, first grade. I want my all A's and B's to stand when I call your name, please. Brady Glenn, Brooke Grambling, Bailey Lacey, Charlotte McCown, Alyssa Odom, David Sylvester, Jack Bollardson, Mason Williams. Woo. Harper Berry, Avery Bland, Ren Foshee, Samuel Gober, Emily Gunnels, Aubrey Langley, Trip Lovelace, Jacob McCormick, Ray Roberts, Knox Robinson, Izzy Waldron. Good job. Now I'll go on to our A averages for the year. My first three are actually absent today. Sawyer Bennett, Emma Merritt, and Mason Williams, all A's in Bible. All right, so when I call your name, stand up for your all A averages. Brooke Grambling, all A average in language arts and Bible. Charlotte McCown, language arts and Bible. Alyssa Odom, reading and Bible. Joshua Richardson, math and Bible. Jack Bollardson, math and Bible. Henry Womble, math and Bible. Brady Bland, language arts, math and Bible. Bailey Lacey, language arts, math and Bible. Jacob McCormick, language arts, math and Bible. David Sylvester, language arts, math and Bible. Harper Berry, reading, language arts, math and Bible. Avery Bland, reading, language arts, math and Bible. Ren Foshee, reading, language arts, math and Bible. Samuel Gober, reading, language arts, math and Bible. Emily Gunnels, reading, language arts, math and Bible. Aubrey Langley, reading, language arts, math and Bible. Trip Lovelace, you got it, reading, language arts, math and Bible. Ray Roberts, reading, language arts, math and Bible. Knox Robinson, reading, language arts, math and Bible. And Izzy Waldron, reading, language arts, math and Bible. Let's give them a hand. Okay, on to our first grade awards. I'm going to start with my math award. My math award winner likes a challenge. When we give our thinking cap questions, you can see him sitting back there. He's got a smile on his face and his mind is just going. And you know what? 99% of the time, he's got that right answer. He did exceptional on his NWEA testing. I am proud to announce our highest GPA in math, Mr. Brady Bland. Okay, on to my reading award winner. Let's see. We've got a good reader, reads, just has an excellent oral reading. Her expression is fantastic. Her vocabulary is outstanding. Her comprehension skills, she gets it. She asks some deep level questions. She pushes me sometimes with the questions that she asks. Her hand's always up. If I ask a question, that hand is always up. She's got it. My highest GPA in reading, Izzy Waldron. Is next. You know, when you're reading a student's writing and you find yourself smiling, you know they're good. They are good. They really put a lot of thought, expression. They express themselves well. My writing award winner gets the writing process, but she also puts her creativity all throughout. It's really fun to read her stuff because she also has a beautiful handwriting. It's awesome. So my writing award winner, it must run in the family, Miss Kelly, is Harper Berry. Okay, and now those really, really tough ones, the Warrior Awards. I do have a classroom full of some incredible boys and girls, which is really a credit to you parents. But I want to start my first Warrior Award. I can read to you on her certificate. She's being presented this award for always giving her best effort, for being a sweet, kind friend, really exemplifying what God teaches us about being a friend in the Bible. She's a fantastic listener, always strives to do what's right. I am so proud of her. She's a joy to teach. She's kind of the epitome of an all-around excellent student, and she does well with her academics as well. Miss Aubrey Langley. Okay, and my next Warrior Award, I'll read this to you as well. This young man is being presented this award for his kind heart, for being a good citizen and a great listener. He is an honest young man, always uses very nice manners. He's also a good friend to his classmates, and when I tell you he strives to do what is right, he strives with all of his little heart. Knox Robinson. Thank you very much, and thank you, first graders, for being an awesome class.
Good morning. My name is Coach Devin Hurd. Myself and Miss Valerie Wiles, we were the elementary PE teachers this year. First off, I want to thank Miss Valerie Wiles. She transitioned from being a classroom instructor to helping us in the PE department this year. And I was just personally so impressed with the transition that she was able to make, with the great classroom management skills that she possesses from being in the classroom for over 15 years, and her willingness to learn and to adapt to, most importantly, the heat outside of being a PE. So I commend her on that effort. We had a fantastic year in PE this year. Our whole curriculum involved around preparing for the Warrior Fitness, which we're going to present today, but also with many sport-specific specific drills and fundamentals of learning. The Warrior Fitness consisted of a mile time, number of push-ups, sit-ups, squat thrusts, and shuttle run in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and read off the names. Students, if you would, when your name is announced, stand up, and if you would, please hold applause until after all the names are called. In first grade this year, we only had 2 people nominated for the Warrior Fitness. That is Ren Foshi and Trip Lovelace. In second grade, in Miss Ketley's class, we had Lincoln Roberts, Gavin Pridgeon, Gabriel Matt, Tyran Jones, Alden Cruz, Annabelle Paulk, Kyle Williams, Joshua Asad, Faith McCauley, and Taylor Ditton. In Miss McNeil's second grade class, Miss Valerie nominated Olivia Borkland, Grayson Gamblin, Hagen Hickman, Kennedy Matthews, Brandon Meddy, Mabry Pickles, Espen Pravat, Jonathan Rohde, Noah Turner, and Lillian Willard. In Miss Bass's third grade class, we had Sawyer Davis, Brooks Fado, Avery Hickman, Zoe Sexton, Kashane Cover, Inslee Gober, James Richardson, Jillian Reams, Bailey Kate Bridges, and Daniel Floyd. And in Miss Roberts' third grade class, we had Haley Conklin, Kinsley Cooper, KJ Franklin, Kyler Fulmer, Ava Halpin, Linton Johnson, Kurt Mast, Adrian Parker, Reed Pavlik, and Isabella Tolo. All right. In Miss Bethay's fourth grade class, we had Daniel Russell, Corbin Paulk, Cannon Howe, Ryder Lacey, Corbin Stansel, Maddox Cruz, Owen Woods, Jake Hayes, Anna Bass, and Tristan Odom. And in Miss Fletcher's fifth grade class, we had Stella Borders, Jackson Croft, Riley Denton, Tucker Eads, Caleb Insfinger, Luke Grant, Melanie Meddy, Walker Pavlik, Madison Wallace, and Lexi Woods. Students, I know how much you will miss Cardio Monday and Circuit Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you all next year. Thank you.
I want to thank all of our parents and grandparents and families for being here today. When you have students that are this awesome, it takes a long time to recognize all of their accomplishments. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing your precious children with us each and every day. And students, we are so proud of you for all that you've accomplished. I want to thank our teachers and staff as well. And at this point, too, before we close, I want to ask our fifth graders to stand up one more time as they complete elementary, and let's give them a round of applause for all of their You guys can sit down. Great job. So thank you again for all of your support and all of your encouragement. And at this time, I'm going to close in prayer, and then we'll all stand and join in singing the alma mater. Let's pray. Dear Lord, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you that you are such an awesome God. We thank you that you are indeed in control and reign. throughout the world, but especially here at Also Christian Academy. Lord, just continue to guide us and bless us in all things. And Lord, thank you so much for these awesome students and families. Thank you for their support of us being a place where Christ is first in all things. Lord, we just ask that you would continue to bless each one here and continue to help us to do all that we can to be a blessing to others. Thank you for the students using their gifts to glorify you. It's in your holy and precious name we pray. Amen. Amen. So now please all stand and join in singing the Alma Mater.